The Tribe in the green uniforms out of Williamsburg, Virginia. Champions out of the CAA, and quickly, Bella Nascimento, the ball in her hands. Monet Dance, trying to go to work on Shea Holly. Too strong for calling, and it's a turnover in that opening possession as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Capital One. Rory Harmon, an All-American, a fantastic defender. How about Jordan Lee, her first start for the Longhorns, the freshman since December 29th. Fourth start of her career in this NCAA tournament, her first. Nice bounce pass from Holly to Taylor Jones. Jones couldn't finish, but she's fouled. Anahi Cauley is whistled for the personal foul. So Taylor Jones, the senior, is set to shoot two. How about Texas? Second straight season, #1 seed, made it all the way to the Elite Eight last year. Search for another deep run or beyond as we take a look at the starting lineup. How about the sensational sophomores and Monet Dance and Cassidy Geddes done a great job, and Natalie Fox in her first ever NCAA tournament appearance was in double figures last night.
Fox was terrific, and they will use her height. 6'4", as Texas has got a lot of depth. Great post players. Vic Schaefer's been a little bit frustrated with his fours, so not surprised to see the freshie Jordan Lee in the starting lineup. Vic Schaefer will do that. And push some buttons, motivate.
Geddes with nowhere to go. Shea Holly steps in front. You talked about the great defense. That is a great concern for the Tribe. And the first field goal for the Longhorns.
It's great to see Shea Holly get a bucket. She did struggle at the SEC tournament. The last two games was 0 for 15. So to get a layup, to get going, you need your senior to have a lot of confidence in this tournament. Nice back cut, William and Mary.
And the sophomores, also best friends and roommates, Dance to Geddes. Well, you mentioned, Steffi, just how fired up Vic Schaefer was. We saw that yesterday in their practice and trying to make sure this group comes out prepared, ready to go. Too strong from Holly. They want to shake off what happened 13 days ago in that SEC tournament, and Madison Booker's like, okay, if you give me the ball, I can knock it down. I'm a bucket.
Yeah, on the baseline, she does such a good job, especially against zones, which is what they'll see today from William and Mary. She floats along that baseline, and they do a good job of finding her, and it's cash money for Madison Booker all day.
Cauley off the mark. Rory Harmon swings it over to Jordan Lee. No. Weak side rebound. Booker, yes. On the putback from Booker, and 4 quick points for the All-American. Nice lay-in and flip up from Monet Dance. She was terrific during that CAA tournament. Averaged 15 points, was huge in that upset quarterfinal win over North Carolina A&T. 4 games, 4 days as this William and Mary group marched to the big dance. Bella Nascimento, all-conference performer. Getting to the hoop, and you talked about fearless. That's what we heard from Coach Aaron Dickerson Davis. Look, you don't have anything to lose. Just go out there and play your game. Jones on the putback. And 1. And Taylor Jones is going to the line. Well, Vic Schaefer, tremendous coach, SEC Coach of the Year, as you mentioned. Those Elite 8 runs 3 of the last 4 seasons. And this Austin native knows the potential of his team, and he wants to see that on full display tonight in their first round game. Talk about some of those huge top 10 wins.
6 against top 10 teams. I mean, that is remarkable. I mean, that a lot of teams had a gauntlet of a schedule with expansion and conference realignment. And they were battle tested, and they're hoping that proves to pay off here in this NCAA tournament. But I've really liked the fearlessness of William and Mary, and I think Erin Dickerson-Davis has got to be pleased with her team. She tried to keep them loose at practice yesterday, did a dance in the huddle. It went longer than just one birthday dance. It kept going. I know, Tiff, you're sitting here with me. You should have been out in that huddle.
I thought about it, but the
Why didn't you go out the
administrators did
huddle?
a great job. I mean, they were even singing Copacabana. The CAA commissioner was out there doing this thing. I mean, all hands on deck because so many are excited for this William and Mary team. Cinderella group comes into their first ever NCAA tournament. A 10-8 advantage in the early going of this one in favor of Texas.
Kyla Oldacre's got some opportunities posting up on the weak side of that, backside of that zone.
Rebounding will be key. Got the rebound, and then Booker dribbles it off her foot. So Dance with 4 points. Make it 6 after that made bucket. And the small contingent here from William and Mary is fired up. Very even at 10. Oldacre trying to go to work on Tika Solomon, and that pass too strong. Early on, what are you seeing William and Mary do on the defensive end, or is it just a matter of jitters?
Tiff, they're hitting shots on offense, and I think that gave them the confidence to start this game, to see those first few go down. And zones have definitely plagued Texas as of late. It's been the scout on them to try and force them to hit outside shots. That looked like a travel. But Vic Schaefer pleading with Kyla Oldacre to do your work because they have the clear advantage in the paint. You can always call 1-800-Lori Hartman.
I love that.
She will deliver.
She will deliver. The senior out of Houston, Texas. Been in double figures the last couple of games, also leading the team in assists. Best in the country is Rory Harmon. Salmon picks up her dribble, tried to go inside to Cauley, and that one is taken away. Out and running, Harmon finds Lee, too strong, but the foul. So a close ball game through 5+ minutes, and this one a 2-point lead for Texas.
Got a lot of cheer about.
Yeah, they do. They should be pleased right now with the Tribe. I mean, only down by 2 to a #1 seed Texas. It's still very early in this game, but good signs for Coach E's group.
I mean, just for perspective, William and Mary was the 9 seed in their conference tournament. They went 4 for 4, and against teams that they were 0-6 before that. And they're on just an absolute heater right now.
Yeah.
5 in a row, nothing to lose, playing free.
It's kind of like they took the page out of Kara Lawson and Duke, right? When she talked about the revenge tour through the ACC tournament. And that's exactly what this William and Mary team did within the CAA.
I mean, and you look how good Duke started this tournament. Goodness.
Just the pathway to take down these opponents.
And my favorite part was heading to the CAA tournament. Coach E said, "How many outfits do y'all want me to pack?" They said 4. She used all 4 of them.
Geddes, the 3 with a defender in her face, and Cassidy Geddes brings the Tribe within 1. Inside of 4 minutes in this first quarter. Rory Harmon driving baseline, finds Booker. Madison Booker is money in the mid-range, shooting 41%. That part of the floor, she's got just an eye for it, a knack for it, and 6 points tonight so far. Tough shot. Harmon with the rebound, looking up ahead. She's got good speed, and just too tall for Lee.
A rare turnover for Rory Harmon. You know, coming into this game, 202 assists and just 66 turnovers. That's pretty incredible from a senior point guard.
She's been outstanding, and remember, after 12 games last season, she went down with an ACL injury and missed the rest of the year. And so her presence back on the floor means so much. Fantastic distributor, also can score, averaging 9 a game. Lee thought about the three, trying to get it in to Jones. Instead, Harmon bubbled up on the left side of the floor, and Harmon gets it to go.
I think Rory Harmon's scoring has been, you know, really good for Texas, as everybody's glued to Madison Booker. So the perimeter players for Texas will have to definitely step up in this NCAA tournament. They're going to have to hit shots. They're going to have to be confident about the defense by Harmon.
Fantastic steal from Harmon up ahead. Pinball over to Lee halfway down. And then Geddes goes on the ground to get it. Chasing it down is Booker. Harmon over to Holly. And slowing things down is Monet Dance. Sophomore, so to fill in some point guard duties. Cauley trying to cross over Booker. Kiss it off the glass. Nice move from Anahi Cauley.
I mean, this is the best start. If you're William and Mary, you're shooting 60% from the floor. You're just trying to stay within range on the glass with Texas, but they got to establish Taylor Jones in this zone. But William and Mary trying to pack the paint.
Left short. And we saw how USC got started in their game earlier today, as UNC Greensboro was hanging tough with the Trojans. They eventually went on to win that one in convincing fashion, but William and Mary giving great fight right now as Geddes is fouled on the shot, and Booker appears to be limping a little bit as she may have taken some contact. She stands back up, but she's gonna check out of the ball game. See a little gimpy going to the sideline.
Several players in the tournament tweaking their ankles.
Saw that happen with Juju
and
Olivia Miles for Notre Dame. Geddes hits 1 of 2. She's got 5 points tonight. Great pass and cut. And Jordan Codio just checking into the ball game, but up ahead, and Kayla Beckwith, and nobody was with her. Great running the floor. Still a 2-point ball game.
There's several players out here right now that don't necessarily get a lot of minutes, and so a little bit of miscommunication of nobody getting back.
Got Brianna Preston just checked into the ball game, the freshman. And Harmon had that one nearly picked off. Holly has to look up. Taylor Jones got to move quickly.
They're going to call a foul as Rebecca Frisbee-Smith was hoping for a jump ball instead. The foul with 1.7 seconds left on the shot clock. Under 8 seconds to go in the quarter. And the and one. So 2 quick fouls picked up by Frisbee-Smith. And Taylor Jones will go to the line and try to complete the 3-point play.
Time and time again, I will always call Taylor Jones the unsung hero of this team. She is just a force to be reckoned with. Defensively, she makes plays. Offensively, she always makes herself available. I mean, she is a true 6-year senior. 3 years at Oregon State, her 3rd at Texas now. She has got the experience.
And out ahead, running. Geddes puts it up. And won't fall. But a fast move in the first quarter. Both teams shooting 56% or better. A 23-18 advantage for Texas at the first 10 minutes in this first round game. Madison Booker off to a good start. She knocked down 3 field goals in that first quarter.
I thought she looked good early. Taking what the defense gives her. They're obviously in a zone, so she's going to have opportunities to get that weak side, rebound, knock down the mid-range. And she's done that. And there's been a couple plays with Texas. 3 turnovers in that first quarter. A couple plays like this. Just a little, got to settle down. And miscues, kind of hobbled off the floor a little bit. Hope she's okay. But we'll see if William and Mary can keep this up. I mean, great start, 58% in that first quarter. Feed Taylor Jones.
And perhaps that was the message from Vic Schaefer after that first quarter with Taylor Jones, the 6'4" senior, with the size advantage. And Preston on the steal. She's got numbers up ahead, and Codeo too strong. Back the other way, up transition, and Nascimento leaves it short. All right, now it's a track meet between these two, and some missed opportunities right at the hoop for Texas. Nascimento picks up that personal foul as Madison Booker on the bench to start this second quarter, so we'll keep watch to see how the SEC Player of the Year fares, and she may potentially get back in this game. Hope she's okay. Preston. No. Codeo on the rebound. Yes.
Codeo doesn't normally see a lot of playing time. Vic Schaefer putting her out there, and maybe some messages sent to players about earning playing time and making the most of your moment. This is a pretty speedy lineup that he's got out there with Rory Harmon and Brianna Preston.
When you talk about fast, he says for Rory Harmon, electric for Brianna Preston. And it's Harmon to Preston, back to Harmon, and the bucket. Out and running, tracking it down was Nascimento. Last touch by William and Mary. Full fitness in player here, because this is an up and down kind of track meet, and Madison Booker is checking back into the ball game, so a great sign as Harmon gets a breather. Madison Booker, when you think about the stars within this NCAA tournament, she is one who is set to shine bright. Another terrific sophomore campaign. Sets the screen and is called for the foul.
Now Holly has got to wait for Booker to make contact on the screen before she leaves. Kind of set Madison Booker up. She starts to go before Madison Booker can set the screen.
and it goes for Bella Buckets. William and Mary shot 58% in that first half. These are the first 2 points they've seen in the quarter. Holly, we love her aggressiveness, and I know she just wants to see the ball continue to try to get through the hoop.
Nascimento's change of speed, a true scorer for the Tribe. 4 points on the day.
Nascimento, second-year transfer into this program after starting her career at Manhattan. For the 5th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Sweet 16 and Elite 8 next weekend, with all roads leading down sunny Florida, Tampa Bay, for the Final Four.
Are you excited for the sunshine or because it's in your city?
Ooh, both, but I'm gonna go with in my city.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to put on. The 813 wants to put on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Want a nice little flex. Show them how it's done in Cigar City.
It's a nice little drive for me, not too far.
Well, Vic Schaefer is watching his team hold on to this 10-point lead. And one of the things they've done well all season long has been strong on the defensive end. Bree Preston nicely has it in. Well, Preston is just a dynamic guard and fun to watch. And when you think about Preston and Lee, who started this game, is Codio with the block. It's been the freshmen who have just provided a nice boost to this lineup, whether coming off the bench or whether they're starting.
Preston just plays with a different speed. You know, when she gets the ball in the open court, she is quick, she can make good decisions. Think about who she's learning from. One of the best point guards in the country, in Rory Harmon, and that's who she's going up against practice. That's what she's fighting for, to get some playing time. But when they're both out on the floor, I think Texas definitely a unique lineup, but giving some extended minutes right now, which is important for your freshmen.
And after that inbounds pass, it made bucket from Madison Booker. William and Mary spins a timeout as they're trailing. We're gonna lean with it, rock with it too here inside the Moody Center. A great environment, and you heard Coach talking about those paint points. They average close to 40 a game, which is 9th best in Division I. And trying to answer some questions after that SEC championship loss to South Carolina. They had 18 paint points in that game, so already a nice turnaround here as they've opened this second quarter with an 11-2 advantage. The surge from William and Mary after that first quarter kind of settling down a little.
That's it. Every play. I mean, to Muffin McGraw's point, I mean, it's a Hall of Famer. You know what she's talking about. You have a significant height advantage, whether it's Oldacre, Taylor Jones. You get the ball inside every single possession. They can always kick it out, but you got to go inside. Preston's played really good to start this game,
and Coach Schaefer doing a little work and
that's what everyone's talking about. Cleaning up a wet spot.
Yeah. Geddes launching and well off the mark from 3. Well, what can't Vic Schaefer do? I mean, you think about the success that he's had here at Texas, prior to that at Mississippi State, a couple of national championship game appearances. He's trying to become the 5th coach if they can keep marching all the way to Tampa to take teams to the Final Four. Madison Booker will be an integral part and can help them get there.
if it rims out. Preston pulls up from the free throw line. No. Batted away by Booker. And into the hands of the Tribe, who run the floor well in transition. Those fast break points for Nascimento.
Preston is just not getting back defensively in transition. I was trying to figure out what was the hang-up. They normally are good in transition, but Rory Harmon at the scorer's table. Might be a conversation waiting for the freshman with her head coach.
Kyle Oldacre has that all day long. Taylor Jones, when she's in the game, has that all game long.
When you shoot, whoa. I was ready. I was ready.
Timeout on the floor. 4:39 remaining.
Yeah, Texas starting to get on a roll here, outscoring William & Mary 17-4 right now. It helps when you got one of the best players in the country doing that. That's nice.
Taking a look at some of the stars in this NCAA tournament. Huge win for UConn as Paige Beckers contributed. Juju Watkins was in action earlier. How about Lauren Betts in the first round in that win? And Hannah Hidalgo. I mean, we just can't get enough of these stars. And certainly Madison Booker is in that group too.
Yeah, I mean, Madison Booker's off to a really good start. She's already in double figures. You know, like people might say, hey, Paige, but 11 points. Well, AZ Foot had 27. She had a really nice showing. Connecticut looked really good. I think Southern Cal defensively. But right now, the star of the Moody Center, listen, checking to see if it's wet. Hey, this is a wet spot. Give me the towel. Listen, Coach Schaefer in practice was talking to his team. He's like, I don't want to hear about toughness. I want to see toughness. Get it from your head coach. I'll get down there and do the work.
Be the alt-star here. Vic Schaefer, who has seen this team be ranked #1 in the AP poll for a period of time, had a 15-game winning streak leading up to an SEC championship game, so they won 15 of the last 16. And one of the reasons why they've had success throughout is because they've been able to work the ball down inside the paint and get lots of points.
For the guards for Texas, got to be mindful of where you're placing the ball when you drop it off to Oldacre. Got to give it to her in her high hand, because the second she drops it low, it's going to be a scrum of William & Mary. And I think Oldacre does a nice job of keeping it high. But see where she catches it and it's low, it gives the William & Mary guards an opportunity to dig at the ball.
That's what Shea Holly needs to see, right? And so does this Longhorn crew to keep her going. Dance. Still dancing around there on the perimeter. Nice flip along the baseline. Geddes is fouled. That's against Madison Booker. That's her second personal foul. So at the line is Cassidy Geddes. Well, how about you lose 7 of your last 8 games in the regular season, and then you find the will to win, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 games in a row for the CAA championship, your first ever NCAA tournament appearance. And it's the first team to win a tourney game with a losing record. William & Mary cares nothing about that. They were down by 5 after 1. Top seed Texas. They're trying to hang in here now. Couple of buckets and back-to-back possessions going in. And that's the lift that Shea Holly needs.
Oldacre has just been battling anybody who comes into contact where I think the officials just wanted to pull everybody out. 60 big girl.
Well, Shea Holly has been a part of the last 3 buckets, whether scoring or assisting right there to Oldacre. Dance over to Cauley. Nice drop down. Beckwith leaves it short. So Beckwith, KB as she's known, the whistle for the foul.
Oldacre running the floor really well. Has responded to the first quarter of Vic Schaefer challenging her to do your work, establish yourself, give us an opportunity to get you the ball, and she has done that. 6 points now, hasn't missed a shot, the jacket's off. Okay.
Okay, serious business here. You know when the jacket comes off. It's real deal, Holyfield. Oldacre, who started her career at Miami, is a 6'6" junior now. It's Vic Schaefer. Both pop out for Oldacre. Brings down the rebound. And Harmon in attack mode. And Geddes with that personal foul. Harmon smiles as she's helped up. Well, Rory Harmon is one of those players that like just takes a look at it and keeps on ticking. I mean,
like she takes charges and shoot around. Like that's legit. You can sometimes not even get a player to take charges in a game, and Rory Harmon will do that in a practice before game. Just one of those culture players that makes everybody around her better, her leadership.
Big 12 Freshman of the Year. And now SEC All-Defensive Team for this Texas group in their inaugural season in the SEC. But just a player who just has an engine that keeps on going as Jordan Lee checks back into the ball game, and Jackalinga Winitanda, also known as Ja, he was in for the Longhorns.
And the rebounds starting to really accumulate for Texas. 21 to just 11. For William and Mary. Early in that first quarter when it was close, they were hanging tough on the glass. Texas has been making them pay in the second.
Booker, the lone scorer in double figures. She's got 12 tonight. The area of concern as Booker goes to the bench for Coach E was, hey, how would we handle the size and the defensive pressure of Texas? They shot the ball up in the first half, and that's a good-looking shot off the fingertips of Geddes. Oldacre trying to work inside. Beckwith, whistle for the foul. And that has been the look of Vic Schaefer all night. He's got a plum red and what else or what more do you think he wants to see from his group tonight?
Constant effort, discipline, toughness, very little mistakes. I mean, the demand is very high for Vic Schaefer. It doesn't take long being around him. He coaches hard. He loves his players hard. He demands a lot. What was interesting that I thought he said yesterday in practice was, you guys don't have an edge. And that was the message. He's trying to create that edge within this game. Getting on them. I know the lead is what it is, but he doesn't want them to play like that, clearly, with what they want to do in this tournament.
Where do you think that edge maybe went away? I mean, because they've won 15 of their last 16 games. They're ranked #1 in the country for a time. They're co-champions out of the SEC. Did that kind of tail off there in their last game?
I still think Texas, you know, the way that they defend, but they've been giving up some shots, and that's what has been frustrating Vic Schaefer, right? So it's not that I think they don't have an edge. It's just creating a hungry, motivated team, and he's got to remind them.
That one blocked by Salmon. When Ntanda was there, no, she goes on the floor, tries to get it. Jump ball possession arrow, and it goes to William and Mary.
When Ntanda trying to make something happen, she's got go-go gadget arms. But here's the press. Texas worked on this as well. It's something I think we'll start to see more of as this tournament continues. Staying in it, and he really wants them to pressure up the line, not giving away any easy looks. Really wants them to run their offense right around the beginning of that Texas logo. The further out a team has to start their offense, the harder it is to execute in the half court.
Closing in on the final minute of the first half. Texas has taken over here in this second quarter, outscoring William and Mary 27-12. Shea Holly falls to the floor. The turnover dance. Flips it over to Geddes. Pulls up. And the foul going against the Longhorns, senior Shea Holly.
Geddes already with 11 points. Tiff, you know, we've seen her kind of grow up, just a sophomore for Coach E, and it's gone through some injuries and had to fight back into the groove of a season, and has really been blossoming at the end of it.
Well, Coach E talked about, hey, look, she had a great freshman year. And the fact that she's been able to turn it on in the tournament up until this point has been a big encouragement for the sophomore. Jordan Lee has that one rejected by Tika Salmon. Dance, flips it over. Baseline jumper goes for Marley Long, the true freshman out of Washington, D.C. Harmon and the Longhorns going to take their time, seek the best shot for the final shot of the half. Directing traffic is Harmon. Driving baseline, trying to kick it over to Holly. And it's going to be William and Mary basketball with 0.5 seconds. So after a close first quarter, Texas put their foot on the gas. 12 points from Madison Booker, the All-American, through the first two quarters. A 50-33 lead for the top seed Texas Longhorns. We talked about the SEC Player of the Year in Madison Booker, Rory Harmon, adding 7 points. Justice Carlton on the floor to start the second half. We saw Jordan Lee get the start here at the beginning of this one. So Vic Schaefer calling upon his freshman. He's got a nice rotation of three as mid-range Maddie
starts off this third quarter.
I really think Vic Schaefer is trying to find who wants to be the 4. And so he's rotating. Remember we saw the freshman Jordan Lee to start the game, and just a different look. I mean, he does have that luxury. I mean, he has some depth to him and a good start for them on both ends.
There it is. One of the McDonald's All-Americans on this team coming into the program, and Bella Nascimento, Bella buckets now in double figures after that make, shooting 50% from the floor. William and Mary trying to hang tough after a big second quarter from Texas. The winner of this one will go on to face Illinois, who advancing to the second round for the first time since 2000. Their win over Creighton was impressive, doing it with just 6 players to take the court.
And we got head coach Shauna Green just to our left. She's in the building scouting, probably being like, wow, it's nice to have that many substitutions. She doesn't have that luxury right now, but a gritty, tough win for Illinois, who just keeps fighting.
Harmon on the floor, reaching out for it. It stays with the Tribe, stepping up and knocking down the triple. That's Bella Nascimento. Remember, she had a career-high 33 points in that CAA championship game. Harmon looking inside, Jones getting position, and yes.
Getting that full court pressure. I mean, it's nonstop from Texas. So once you get into the half court, there's no sigh of relief. It's going to be even more pressure. But to throw that press in there now in the NCAA tournament, I really like that from Vic Schaefer. And he's got the depth to do it.
His former coaches, Taylor Jones with the block. Gary Blair won a national championship at Texas A&M. Called Vic Schaefer the Secretary of Defense. But I don't know how you defend that if you're the Tribe, because Madison Booker had a clear path to the bucket.
She slapped the backboard.
She's just a special player. I mean, when you watch her on the floor, she's calm, cool, collected. She can score from anywhere. And on cue, Taylor Jones with another block.
Madison Booker is just an elite specimen, right? It's just a sophomore, 6'1". I mean, she got ups.
She has many talents.
Yes.
Many, many talents. Also does Legos on the side. She builds and puts them together. This time of year, obviously, she doesn't have a lot of time for that. But in the off season, Jones trying to split through a couple of defenders as she's fouled. And you said this earlier, kind of take a line from 2 Chainz. She's different. Yeah, I'm different. And Taylor Jones has been that this season.
You know, starting to really dig into her numbers. In her 6 years, only 1 season did she average less than 10 points, and it was like 9.7. And she never has shot less than 56% in 6 years of college basketball. 100 offensive rebounds in 4 of the 6 seasons. I mean, that is doing the work every single year. I mean, there has been no drop-off at all. That's why I think she's the unsung hero and is reliable. And, you know, Vic Schaefer's always putting her out there. If there's a mistake happens, you see 44 and White run into the scorer's table.
Dancing around, and gets the jumper to fall.
I say let it fall. Just let it rip if you're William and Mary. You got nothing to lose. You keep playing this zone. You try to shrink the paint to try to get some rebounds and give it to Bella buckets. Try to get some points.
Inside,
to Taylor Jones as she continues to mount up the points. Jones now with 15. Talked about her efficiency, shooting 60% from the floor on the season. Reliable she's been. Nice dish over to Salmon. Too strong. Quickly out and running is Madison Booker. And Carlton almost didn't expect that one from Rory Harmon, but she got it in. As Harmon, one of the top assisters in the country, we've seen 9 different Texas players in the scoring column, and listen to this crowd. They are loving it.
Was so impressed. I mean, truly, playing 6 players in the NCAA tournament in an 8-9 game to get that win against a really tough Creighton team who had only lost to NCAA tournament teams. Really impressive win.
And if Texas is able to hold on, I mean, kind of looking ahead, you know, how do you think Kendall Bostic, Genesis Bryant, and company will fare against this Longhorn crew if the seed holds true?
Well, I definitely know that they're up for the task. I mean, think about the teams they were playing in the Big Ten, UCLA, and I think, I want to say all 11 Big Ten teams have advanced in the tournament. What did I mess up? 12. 12! Thank you for correcting me. So they're battle tested, and I think their hunger and their will, and we saw that explosiveness and the camaraderie from the players that are out and the players that are on the floor. Just that bond that this season has established for them. It'll be interesting.
Indeed. I mean, you think about 2 of the top seeds, UCLA, USC out of the Big Ten, and then South Carolina, Texas, who had a record 10 teams make it to the tournament. Are the other 2 top seeds, and Gamecocks, the defending champions. As Shea Holly gets the block. Holly, who we think about just the steadiness of a player like Shea Holly, her 167th career game. As it's under 5 minutes, we'll take a time out on the court, step aside with us, and come back. Second day of the first round here on this Saturday. UConn among 4 teams scoring 100+ points in their first round games. USC rolling on. And how about the Jackrabbits?
Yep.
Pulling off the upset.
You know, Tiff, I covered the Summit League many times, and I've watched a lot of coaches use that league as a way to get to a Power 4. But Aaron Johnson has stayed, and he continues to just win. So a lot of people that are familiar with that system and that program, not surprised at their success. I mean, they were a tough seed.
Well, 10 seed South Dakota State will take on 2 seed Spokane Regional 4. Maddie Booker is right there. Johnny on the spot. When you think about potential, next round matchups, if Texas is able to advance, maybe they could see Notre Dame in the Elite 8, 3 seed. But I think next round, if you're looking in this Birmingham Regional 3, you gotta think about Louisville, TCU, and the job that
they thought about
Campbell has done. Oh yeah.
Haley Van Lith, I mean, she has been phenomenal at TCU. And going against her old coach, Jeff Walls at Louisville, to play a lot of freshmen. That'll be exciting. I don't know about you, but Ohio State, Tennessee.
Yes.
Is one that I've got circled. You want to see some teams force some turnovers.
Did you
That's it.
The Lady Vols with a record 16 threes in that win over South Florida? Did you have that on your bingo card?
I thought with rest, they could do that. There was a game in the season where they hit 30. That's a lot of threes. That's a lot of threes to take, let alone hit. So a lot of intriguing matchups to come. Really good games coming our way the next 2 days.
Booker saves it as Texas out to their largest lead of the game. Booker dumps it off to Jones.
See, that's what I was was talking about in the first half is lobbing it up, keeping it high, throwing it high to your post players. It's a nice pass from Booker to Jones.
Over to dance. Time winding down on the shot clock. Frisbee Smith has that one rim out from 3. Booker already with a double-double tonight. 18 points, 11 rebounds. Holly getting it going too. 9 points on the night for Holly. Texas team shooting 57% from the floor.
Texas has settled in on both ends of the floor, and this 1-2 punch, I think, is what takes them far. Booker to Jones. Booker could score anywhere. Jones is a menace on the paint, and Shea Holly is just that steady piece, toughness, discipline. And when she's hitting shots, Texas is hard to guard. I'm gonna just say this, Tiff. As someone who played Maya Moore, Tina Charles, Renee Montgomery, that undefeated UConn team in my junior year of college, I don't know what year that was. But when you're down by this, you just go out there and you have fun. And like, think about this environment. I love all the fans cheering against me. Bring it on. Like, I'm out here gonna have the best day of my life. So if you're William and Mary, keep playing, battle each possession. That's why I say let it fly. You got nothing to lose.
That's a great play, and a nice pass inside to Kayla Beckwith. And after that win over High Point, you know, Bella Nascimento said, look, I'm still just soaking it all in. Remember when they took the court for the first time here before that first 4 games? And it was just like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, they will remember this environment for the rest of their life. I don't remember the score of the Connecticut game. I will never forget the environment and the feeling of being there.
Jordan Lee drains the 3. It's imprinted in your mind. Obviously, you remember all of the players, the great players you played against.
It's a really good team.
UConn favored to win it by the analytics. They're searching for their first title since 2016. And they won 4 straight.
But see, Tiff, I thought we were going to win. But I think we lost by 40. Yeah.
You know what? If you go in there with just the audacious hope, and it takes that.
Yeah, no. That's the mindset you want to have. And, you know, that's why I've appreciated all of the effort and the loose ball, the hustle, and everything that we've seen from William and Mary in both games. You know, clearly, Texas #1 seed, it's hard to match up against, especially on the inside.
Madison Booker knocks down the front end. Booker just an outstanding talent, one of the best in the country. She performed exceptionally well against those ranked opponents this season and continues to grow in her leadership. We already know how outstanding she is as a basketball player. That leadership component gets better and better each game. Geddes looking for it, goes away from the screen, the take. No foul, Preston up ahead. The bounce pass to Madison Booker, dumps it off at the last minute, and Carlton couldn't complete the play. As that takes us to the close of the 3rd quarter, and #1 seed Texas in complete control in their first round game. Looking at Birmingham Regional 2, whoever comes out of the Regional 3 pot will potentially face some of these teams. South Carolina, Indiana, a rematch of last year's Sweet 16. That 4-5 matchup with Maryland and Alabama, also very intriguing.
Yeah. you know, I think South Carolina and Connecticut, their first 2 games have looked just absolutely dominant from start to finish. And what is intriguing about Alabama, Maryland is the senior class for Alabama. Sarah Ashley Barker, Leah Nye, Zay Green. You know, those players wanting to do something different.
And you think about Zay Green, who's been in college for a long time. She led the way for the Crimson Tide with a 20-point performance. First round great game over Green Bay. So say the seeds hold, and South Carolina and Texas advance. They could potentially meet in the Final Four. And you think back to the regular season, right? South Carolina got the first one, and then in conference play, it was Texas that snapped the Gamecocks' 57-game SEC win streak here at the Moody Center. And they faced off once more in the SEC championship game. Co-champions of the SEC, and South Carolina got the best of the Longhorns. Could they meet for a fourth time?
Always a lot of chalk on the women's side. I think the men are seeing more chalk on the men's side too.
Creighton earlier today giving Auburn a push early on. And #1 seed Auburn was able to prevail. Who else you got on the men's side?
Well, I thought Coach Cal at Arkansas taking it to Rick Pitino and St. John's. Man, that was a compelling game.
Wow. Nice reverse layup in for Cassidy Geddes. Well, you see how these sophomores have shined in the postseason for the Tribe. And only up from here.
I mean, if you're coaching, you love this. I mean, those sophomores are getting so much of a learning experience. And not only just the memory, but you're going to get better because of this. And Geddes has already had to grow up a lot this season. And she has been putting on in this game 14 points.
Off the mark from Winantanda. And running the floor is Cauley up ahead. And we've seen that a few times tonight for William and Mary.
I mean, it definitely exposed some lack of communication. And I'm not sure if it's Preston who's just not getting back as Rory Harmon's at the scorer's table. That might indicate whose fault it was. But that's definitely a little bit concerning for Texas because William and Mary has capitalized on some fast break points.
Nice move from Rest Too Strong. Fox whistled for the personal. That's her fourth. So she and Kayla Beckwith both with 4 fouls. We saw the freshman do an outstanding job yesterday. And you see Vic Schaefer going over to talk to Preston and perhaps about that lapse right there in transition.
Yeah, usually your point guard gets back and stops ball and handles the start of your transition defense. And that comes with reps, but again, the demand of being a point guard for Vic Schaefer is a tall task, and he definitely will get after you. You know what my favorite part about Kyla Oldacre is? She is so unbothered by everybody. Like her expression never changes. She gets under people's skin. I love that about her.
She said, I can't be bothered. Okay, then.
Talk your talk. I'm gonna get this rebound. It's definitely been physical down low. I think William Mary is just...
Uh-oh, a little stare down action. Pull up is true for Rory Harmon. look at his snow. Harmon with the board. And just too strong.
You know what's really impressive about that rebound by Rory Harmon is when she lands her first step, she's already turning. You know, she's not coming down and thinking about where she's going. She catches and she's already turning, looking to start that transition break for Texas. I mean, her IQ is just so good, so elite.
Jordan Lee gets an SEC All-Freshman team for Lee. She's played in all 34 games this season. Started in game number 35 here earlier tonight. Harmon picks it up. Out ahead, Winitanda over to Codio, and Winitanda is fouled. Such great expectations for this Texas program and what could come of this group. Remember, you have to go all the way back to 1986 when they won the national championship. Vic Schaefer, fast forward many years, and has taken them to Elite Eights 3 of the last 4 seasons. Oldacre puts it in. Cawley for 3. Yes! And the fans inside Kaplan Arena back in Williamsburg, Virginia, celebrating that bucket. We've had some fun facts about William and Mary in preparation for this game. Second oldest institution in the country.
How many U.S. presidents?
4. The first 10. And out of the Commonwealth of Virginia, I also learned that it's a public institution. I found that interesting. I don't know why, but just
out here bringing the facts.
Yeah, I mean, just under 10,000.
That says George Washington.
That is, yeah.
George
Washington. Fathers of our country. Thomas Jefferson as well. William and Mary certainly has a ton to be proud of for the representation that they've had, winning a tournament game, making it to their first ever NCAA tournament. And they gave Texas a good fight for a quarter plus.
Absolutely.
And no give up in this group. Swing it over. Gibson falls to the floor. Like Gibson was fouled. And look how into it the fans are still.
But who is unbothered? Kyla Oldacre, demeanor never changes. I thought she got there. I think the back and forth between her and Gibson is what the crowd is upset about.
Okay, did you just see that from Bree Preston? I mean, that was a turbo boost. Up ahead to Winitanda for the bucket.
Got a talking to from Vic Schaefer coming off the court, and then delivers that pass. That was money.
Kayla Rolfe for 3. Yes! Rolfe and the Tribe have knocked down 6 threes tonight. answering back the other way from downtown. Remember when people were questioning the offense for Texas and where was it? They thought it went missing. This is a group who's put up 97 points and trying to follow the trend of some of the other 100-point games. This is one of their best performances scoring-wise in an NCAA tournament since 2004. All players who have touched the court for Texas have gotten into the scoring column, and the fans giving a well-deserved clap. Texas clicking on all cylinders and fine-tuning some things in this first-round game. And let's go back to this last bucket in transition.
I love this play by Preston. One dribble, the go-ahead pass to 32 and White, running hard and rewarded for that effort. And Preston, 2 points, but 7 assists. That's nice from your freshman at this first round game, getting some really quality minutes.
Partner, you did some digging and some research on the last national champions, the last 5, and how well they shot the ball from three-point range. So there's been some criticism.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Stanford, I think we just have to pump the brakes a little bit on, Texas has 4 minutes to go. They're going to score 100 points. They've only taken 8 threes. Okay, they've only taken 8 threes. They've made 3. And so if you look at those national champions, 5, 6, 5, 3, Texas, think about points in the paint in this game, 56. I mean, they don't take a lot, they don't make a lot, and I think some of that criticism because the 3 ball is like everything in basketball now. It's like it defines how good you are, but it's not necessarily their success. That's not what they do. They can make threes, they just don't take a lot, and as you can see, you don't have to make a lot to win a national championship.
They've hit the century mark, the 5th team in this 2025 NCAA Women's Championship. And Madison Booker certainly has done her part, but all parties who have touched the court for the Longhorns have done just that. Oh, the crossover, and nice move and take to the hoop. Anahi Cauley.
Coach E loving it. Did you have a favorite moment of interaction with the William & Mary head coach?
Oh, there were many, yeah. Because I love the way that she talked to the team, right? It was just very real, very loose, and very relatable. And you can tell how the players respond to Coach E and why she's been able to have success. And look at her. After Bella Nascimento knocks down that shot, she's yelling at her like, yeah, girl.
She's got to be so proud of the way this team has come out, scored 61 points in the Moody Center against a really tough Texas defensive-minded team. I mean, they're just tough to stop. I mean, they just didn't have the size to compete on the inside with Oldacre and Taylor Jones and all the offensive rebounding, but a great showing, I think, in Austin, Texas for the Tribe.
Absolutely.
Oh, give me that.
Bella Bucket saying, I want more. And the Tribe waiting for a wholesale substitution at the next break as Codio was blocked by Frisbee Smith. Well, the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship continues tomorrow on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. For more information on tournament game times and networks, go to ncaa.com.
BYU heading to the Sweet 16. I'm not gonna lie, Tip. You do that promo, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Look at this. I mean, 4 seniors, a couple more were honored earlier this year on Senior Day, but Caleb Beckwith, Rebecca Frisbee Smith, Bella Nascimento, Anahi Cauley. Such a special run and a magical one, as that Cinderella slipper was on the foot of the Tribe, and they danced through that first 4 game. And had a very good showing here against Texas. Inside to Oldacre, and she's fouled and checking into the game, or set to check into the game. It's going to be Alexa McKeska. And McKeska, number 0, has been battling a foot injury, but decided, number 0 in green, decided to push back her procedure yesterday just so she could have the opportunity to touch the court in an NCAA tournament. One of the fan favorites, Sarah Graves, checking in for the Longhorns. And I love Coach E just coaching up as Graves goes over to find McKeska, who's spotting up in the corner, very limited in her movement, but the junior guard is hoping to get a shot off.
She's telling her not to move.
Gibson looking to the corner. West thought about it. McKeska wants it instead. It sails too tall, that pass. Well, Coach E is gonna be there for a while as she gives McKeska some love, along with Natalie Fox, contract extension through 2029. Maybe Brian Mahan wanted to make sure he kept her around. Preston pulls up, finds Graves. And everybody in Moody Center wanted that to go.
Yeah.
Sarah Graves, the junior out of Keller, Texas. You just love to see it on both sides, right? I mean, the love, the sisterhood, cheering on your teammate. Wanting the best. We saw that for William and Mary. Texas has an infectious bench. Those youngsters.
I don't think I've seen Bella Buckets over there sit down yet. I don't think she wants to sit down. What a run she's had.
Dance is going to dribble this one out. And it's going to be the top seed Texas Longhorns advancing on to the second round to face off against Illinois. 105-61. And what a run for this William and Mary crew. It comes to an end. And you see Vic Schaefer looking everyone in the eye, telling that Tribe crew an outstanding job and great effort from them. Well, passing the century mark are these Texas Longhorns. 5th straight first round win. All they do is win under Vic Schaefer.
I'm curious how he embraces Coach E, because she has a lot of respect. Said she had bought some of his clinics on how to defend and how to do the dribble drive offense. I know that she definitely admires Vic Schaefer and the work that he has done.
And there is the embrace and conversation, and you just love to see it. Respect from one coach to another.